Welcome back to AATV. I'm your host Tom, Anvil Hibberd, and today we're going to talk all about the C2R CBAV. So C2R are a small, agile design and manufacturing company based in Hereford in England, and they're very well known for supplying some speedy boys who are also nearby in Hereford, and also a load of gear to the UK's CTFSO with all that grey kit you may well be familiar with. This is a bit different though. This is the CBAV, or Commando Basic Assault Vest, part of the CMAS system, currently being rolled out to the Royal Marine Commando as part of their future Commando Force programme. It will soon be on offer through C2R's website direct to customers, and we're going to take this opportunity to have a look through it. So before we get going, this was sent to me by C2R for testing and review. I've not received any money in order to review it, and any opinions I express are entirely my own. So the other caveat I want to address before we carry on with the review and overview of the product is that I'm an airsofter. So I'm looking at it with an airsofter's eyes only. I don't have any relevant military experience. I've also only just received this item, so what we're going to do today is have a look through the features and benefits of it, and in a few months' time, once I've had the chance to play with it with a couple of other colleagues, we'll come back and give you our opinions on what it's like to use and live in and fight it in the field. So what we're going to do today is go top to bottom, and we'll just run through the features, and then you can decide if this is the right carrier for you. Starting at the top, we find these replaceable shoulder pads. They can be taken off if you want to run a lower profile carrier. Here you can see one side with the shoulder pad off and one side with it still on. Shoulder pads have plenty of space internally, so you're able to run any comms, cables or hydration tubes through them. They're padded on the bottom with this really nice spacer mesh, and they Velcro in place so they're not going to move around when you've got them on. You can see here how low profile the shoulder straps are when you don't have the pad in place. They'll sit really closely over the shoulders. They're nice and flexible and have lots of articulation and movement for your comfort. The two shoulder straps from the front and rear plate bags Velcro together. If you do need to get rid of the carrier in a hurry, there is a quick doff system. You simply grab this toggle and it separates the shoulders. Maybe not so important for airsofter use, but certainly in a maritime environment, in a real world situation, extremely useful. These shoulder pads are also used on other components, which we'll get to later. Carrier is mostly made from C2R's custom laminate material and is extremely well stitched and bar tacked and triple stitched in all the high stress areas. The shoulder straps are in two parts, as we've said, attached to front and rear plate bags. They are adjustable. The system is inside the rear plate bag, and you get to it by lifting up this flap. And you can see the ends of the tail straps. You pull down on these to shorten the straps. They are connected through the plate bag into the shoulder straps. To loosen it, the buckles are down inside the plate bag. Flick those up as you would normally with a tri-guide and just lengthen them off, and then tuck any excess material down into the plate bag out of the way so it's nice and neat. So unlike a lot of plate carriers, the plates themselves top load into the plate bags, accessible behind the kind of skin on the front of the plate carrier, and they slide down in. So the carrier that I've got is sized for medium SAPI plates. I've got my steel Travail training plates in here, which are a really nice secure fit. They were quite tight when they went in. Just take your time, be gentle, you shouldn't have any problems at all. Once the plate bags are in, thread the tape through the buckle, tighten it up, and they'll stay in place without any trouble at all. What this does do is it gives a degree of articulation to the top of the plate bag. These straps can move around a bit more, and the plate carrier can float quite nicely with the plate bags directly on your body. This also leaves quite a lot of area between the plate bag and the front skin with the mole slots on. Whilst it's not really intended as an admin area, it is really useful for arranging and sorting out all of your comms. So I've got the extended wire from my PTT tucked away neatly down in there, and there's some wider slots at the bottom where you can get your cables out. Plate bags themselves backed with really comfy spacer mesh to give you a bit of ventilation and some added comfort. So the front skin is made of a custom laminate material by C2R, and the molle slots or the PALS loops are all laser cut into it. Also in this area you can see these speed clips which allow a lot of the industry standard placards or micro rigs to be used. This is a C2R placard, but you can easily stick on a Spiritus or a Haley rig, something along those lines, which can then Velcro in place. Also means that this front placard can come off and go onto the chest rig adapter, which we'll cover in a later episode. In terms of comms, I've got the PTT currently attached to the front panel via a molle loop. Might be nice to have some more up here, maybe something for C2R to think about. At the moment I really don't have a problem, it's in quite a good location. If needed you can move your PTT, maybe connect to one of these slots or at the top here. So underneath the front placard, find conventional Velcro field. This is loop to take a cummerbund or placard or a micro rig, and you can see the extended slots down here which I've used to run the end of my PTT out to head to my radio. So this is also intended for locating the ends of conventional cummerbunds. The CBAV has Velcro on both plate bags, so you can use any third-party cummerbunds you want, as well as the full range of C2R's cummerbunds. So this is the cummerbund that came with my plate carrier. It's a combination of elastic and laser cut laminate with the PALS loops lasered in. The elastic gives it a bit of flexibility. It means you can have a nice snug fit without being really constricted. The cummerbunds attach at the back in a conventional way onto the Velcro field, so you can position them where you want for your own fit. So there's a choice of cummerbund attachment methods. Currently I've got these set up with these tubes which mount onto the placard. You can also exchange these out using this system of tuck flaps and put on a conventional Velcro end. This is more adjustable. You can change the position on the front where you want to tighten up depending on what clothes you got. This is much faster to release. Again, if you're in a maritime environment or you need to get your carrier off in a hurry, these are a nice idea. Attach the placard, use these Swift clips. As it's kind of industry standard now, Velcro is on. We've got the tube set up on the ends of the cummerbunds, which clip into place, and these can be quick released by pulling out and down, so they're released in a hurry. The version I have has come with a triple mag rack. There's also a placard in the same design which has a completely blank molle field on the front, so you can set it up how you want. The mountings for the tubes are on the back of the placard, and we'll show you how to set those up. That's also really helpful if you're using this placard with one of the other products that we'll show you in another episode. Makes for a much swifter change around. It's a really modular system, one of the reasons I really like it. So on top of the placard is access to the admin pouch. This is actually quite big and goes all the way down behind the mags themselves. It's twin zip, so really easy to access. The mags themselves are in these pouches here. Now these are Airsoft gas blowback magazines. They're quite heavy and about the same size as a real one. The flaps themselves are removable. You can do that by opening up the admin pouch and just taking off a couple of little Velcro tabs, and the flap comes away super easy. So obviously if you've got the lid on, that retains the mag well. There's a little bit of elastic, there's a little bit of friction. If you want to add some more, you can add shock cord over the top, and there's a piece of Velcro loop inside, so you can also add a kydex retainer if you want as well. So loads of options depending on how you want to do it, what your mission is, what you need to do. So the rear plate is also top loaded down here in the same way as the front, and as we said earlier, this is where you'll find the adjustment for the shoulder straps, give you a bit of extra. The back skin is also in laser cut laminate with all your molle PALS loops lasered in. Got a Velcro field up here for any patches or ID you might need to run. It has the fairly standard now twin zip system, so it will take any of the back panels, zip back panels by C2R as well as by other manufacturers like Cry, giving you a degree of flexibility on your tasking and your mission and what you need to take with you. So you can scale it very easily from a completely slick carrier to a fairly heavily loaded carrier very quickly. That's the C2R CBAV Plate Carrier, a really versatile, flexible and modular system. It gets even more modular when we start talking about the CBAVs, and we're going to do that in the next episode. CBAVs is the Commando modular assault system and consists of a chest rig system and a 25 litre assault backpack. So join us next time to have a look at that. Thanks for watching. I've been Tom Anvil Hibberd for AATV. Most importantly, stay safe and we'll see you soon.